Hey, what's up? DFS Rico coming at you with my picks and insight for this EU Masters 6-game slate on Thursday, April 23rd. Before I get started, if you can subscribe, I really appreciate it. Like, comment at the end of the video if you have any questions. I will get back to you. So let's just get started. So early on, I like to just run through the favorites on Bovada, on any really Vegas betting site. And you got two games. These four teams didn't play on Wednesday. You got XL UK versus Gamers Origin. Origin is favorited. Slight favorites. I think they're the smallest favorites on the slate. Then you got Team Gamer Legion over YDN Devils, the other favorite. These four teams didn't play today, so we have really no knowledge, not too much knowledge about them in this tournament at least. And then we got FC Schalke, which got upset by Movie Star Riders yesterday or Wednesday. But the crazy thing is FC Schalke is actually favored to win this entire tournament. They're actually the favorites going into the entire tournament. So Movie Star Riders, either they played a really phenomenal game and upset them, or FC Schalke is not as good as everyone thinks they are, you know? So I think this will really show us if they're the real deal. If they go 0-2, that's a bad start to this tournament, honestly. Then you got Movie Star Riders favored over Kick, which Kick actually got the most kills in the first slate of this, in the first game of the season. And they are facing the team that upset, obviously, the favorites. So that should be a good matchup, in my opinion. I think it's a toss-up. Movie Star Riders are slightly favored, but I think Kick Esports played really well against Team Singularity. I still think it's too early to start looking at kills and deaths. I think after the first weekend, you'll kind of have a good understanding of which teams really are good or which teams are just getting lucky. So as of right now, I'm probably just going to be playing the favorites. And then I'll take some chances on teams that I believe look good. Like, I might take a chance on Kick. They looked really well. And then Energy Pot Wizards actually is underdogs versus Fnatic Rising. Fnatic Rising is actually one of the top three favorites for this tournament. It's actually Schalke, Rising, and Mouse Esports. Those three are the favorites to win this event. Just due to the fact that they actually have ex-pros on their team as well. Whether it's one or two guys, they still have some players that I have already played on pro rosters. A lot of these teams actually do, though, but they just got better carries to separate themselves from the rest of the crowd. And then, but I still like Fnatic Rising in that matchup. And then you got Mouse Esports, the second biggest favorites on the slate, with their mid laner leaders, just a beast. And we'll talk about that in a bit. But you got Mouse Esports, the second biggest favorites on the slate, so they're going to practically be the expensive or the second most expensive team on the slate. I do like them in cash. I like Schalke in cash, Fnatic Rising in cash. Those are the three teams I prefer in cash. I think Movie Star Riders and Kick will be a tough matchup. Obviously, if you're just going to play the Vegas odds, which is, I think, as of right now, it's the safest. Day one, only one underdog won, which was Movie Star Riders. All other five favorites won. So if you just listened to the video I put out yesterday, you probably would have won some cash, just because if you were able to find ways to play the guys, which I will mention. EU Masters, I don't know if this is something DraftKings is doing, but they are pricing these guys pretty high. It's making it kind of hard to even stack like a support in the captain spot for cash when it's like in the LPL. If you played any of the other leagues, you would notice you'd be able to play Mouse Esports and Schalke and just play one of their supports in the captain spot and stack the two biggest favorites on the slate. On this, it was kind of hard, but I mean, you might have to mix in like three teams, or another way you could do it is stacking like Mouse Esports with maybe one of the lowest favorites on the slate, like maybe like Gamers Origin or Gamer Legion. Maybe you can get by with stacking one of those. If you want to have a higher upside where you can actually put like in the captain spot, you can put like a jungler or sometimes even a mid or AD carry. But it's going to be kind of hard on these slates, honestly, I noticed. But like I mentioned, those three teams in cash. Sorry for rambling. Movie Star Riders, Gamers, and all these other teams, I really believe they're just GPP. I do believe the first three teams will win. Like the three biggest favorites will win. It's just which way you want to go with the other guys. If you want to take a chance in GPPs, I understand that. With these other guys, especially early on, nobody knows which teams are really for real. And I think after the first week, we'll really know. So that just brings me to the positional. Like I mentioned, you want to stack your favorites. Like I mentioned, Schalke did get upset day one, but I do think they win. Then you got Pride or Token. Just stacking all the favorites is the way I'm going to be going for these first couple days. My favorite jungler on the slate is Obsessed for Mouse. I'll kind of just run through him. Didn't play too crazy well this first game. Only got 16.8 points, but his team, I believe, has the highest upside on the slate. They play pretty crazy. They didn't look too good the first game because it looked like their opponent, Energy Pot Wizards, slowed the game down. They really slowed it down, and they weren't trying to get punished by the mid laner for Mouse, which is leader. If you are going to be playing Mouse Esports, I do recommend playing leader for sure. He's probably one of the best players in this entire tournament. Then you got guys like Magiflex for sure. Then going down to AD carries, Neon should continue to start over Inax. I don't see a reason why they would change it up just after this one bad game. But I think Neon is a solid play at 8.2K. But like I mentioned, all these favorites are priced crazy high. Neon, Jessica, Maddie, Java, they're all price high. I think the best way to go is going to be really either finding a way to stack three favorites, or in cash at least, and then in GPPs just stacking an underdog in one of the heavily favorited teams. Support, Promise Q, and then Bravado for Fnatic. But Fnatic looked insane. 49.2 fantasy points for a support in one game is just insane. He had the highest points as far as support on this slate. I mean, Wisdom, they don't have any matches yet. As you see, the only matches they have are from the tournament that got him into this EU Masters, which DraftKings was doing some events for that. So you'll see some players show up with numbers, but I wouldn't take that into consideration yet until probably after this first weekend. Then we'll have a good number, and I'll be able to provide better numbers and stuff like that. But for now, my recommendation, play the favorites. If you want to be really safe, take a chance in GPPs if you want to play one of the three favorites and then one of the three underdogs, in my opinion. But just play it safe for now, in my opinion. Don't want to waste your money. And on that note, I think I'll just end it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Subscribe. Make sure you like, comment if you have any questions. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.